Hey, morning everyone. Well, I got notified today from Facebook, of all places, thank you Facebook, that it is our 1 year anniversary of selling our house over in Woodstock, Illinois, back in America, and we love that house so much. It was a huge, massive project that we took on. We had flipped a house before we bought that house, and we might talk about that in a little bit, but this farmhouse that we bought, it was kind of a hobby farm, huge project. So we're gonna go into, did we make money? What was the process like of flipping it? And we'll go through all that stuff. But before that, let's check out the house and see our promotional video when we sold it. Not too shabby of a place, huh? Like I said, we love that place. And yeah, it was on just under 10 acres. It is obviously, a log cabin, and all the beams were old hand-hewn beams from the 1800s that they had transported from a demolished barn and used it, to build our house. And then we had a secondary barn that we used as a tool shed and a workshop. That was amazing. And then we also had a foundation laid brick chicken coop slash goat house. And oh man, at one point, guys, we had over 50 chickens and ducks and geese, and oh man, we had something like 20 guinea hens, and we had animals all over the place. And then of course our Bernese mountain dog Haka, who basically ran the place, and wow, we miss our dog so much. And going through all this, we miss a lot of things about America. We really love America. We're obviously very blessed to live where we're at right now in New Zealand, on our way to Madagascar. But going through all this, there's a lot of great things about America that we definitely miss. But with all that said, when we bought this house, it was a disaster. It obviously turned out amazing. You saw the video, and it was just this gorgeous dream, like hobby farm that we just absolutely loved to live in, and loved the area, loved everything about it. But when we bought it, it was a foreclosure. Unfortunately, it was abandoned for a while before we actually bought it and moved in. And one of the first days we moved in, we moved all of our stuff in, and I had left and gone to work, and Naomi went out to grab a coffee, came back, and sure enough, there's someone living there who was going through all of our stuff. And so she was telling Naomi, oh, this is my new TV, and this is my new Chicago Bears jersey, and it was all of our stuff. And so there was some homeless people living in our house when we bought it, but they were very nice. And they promptly left once it was determined that we did own the place. But outside of just actually moving in, there were so many renovations. Oh man. So I'm going to try to go through a bunch of the big ones because it was essentially 2.5 to 3 years of renovations. And after I go through all the different renovations, and I have random footage of things that we were doing throughout the time that we were there, so it's kind of piecemealing the footage that I have. And then we'll go through the actual finances and what we bought it for and what we sold it for and was there any profit made. So before I go through the specific renovations, I'm pretty sure I have an old Facebook live video of us walking through the house when we first bought it. And there was actually a few things that we did before we did this video. I wish we did a video day one just so you guys could see it. But here is that Facebook video, and you can skip to this time in the video if you want to skip the Facebook video and go back to the renovations. Hello, Facebook.
Hey.
We got a new farmhouse, so we figured we walked you guys through our last fixer-upper, so we want to show you the new place. Bigger, better, more work needs to be done, but pretty cool nonetheless. First things first, we're at this side of the house just because we probably won't be over here again, but we just wanted to show this awesome. It's like the most beautiful tree in the world. So it's all, what kind of tree is that?
I have no idea.
It's all just white flowers on the whole tree. So we bought this and this just started blooming, and we didn't know. And of course, we got our beautiful Haka with us doing the tour. So yeah, so guys, we got a, would you call this a log cabin?
Kinda.
We got somewhat of a log cabinish house that needs
It's made up of reclaimed burn wood.
yeah. And so, but the real reason we got this house is obviously the home is awesome, but we have 8.23 acres and it's surrounded by all nature preserve as well. So our land is really what we love. So this is our spring-fed pond back there. If you can see it, we'll get a little higher later. And all of this land is all ours here. And we got a couple horse paddocks, horse barn, chicken coop, stuff like that. But this is the back of the house. We'll go around to the little chicken coop in the barn first and show that. If anybody knows how to get rid of 8 acres worth of dandelions, let us know.
Without spraying.
Yeah. So our big thing right now is kind of going eco-friendly. And yeah, also, we got this super intense antenna. And if anybody wants to climb up there and get that antenna down and maybe put a cool little windmill up there, we are in for hiring you. So this is the chicken coop / our goat's gonna be in here?
Probably not.
Okay, so this is just the chicken coop. You wanna go in and show?
Yep.
So we just ordered
30 guineas.
so 30 guinea hens. What else?
25 chickens.
25 chickens.
Here, pass that here. So all of this was cobwebs just yesterday, and it's now probably the cleanest chicken coop in McHenry County, except for the floor, which needs to be shoveled out.
But it's pretty cool that we got 2, so guineas can be in there.
25 chickens, 30 guineas.
6 turkeys.
6 turkeys, thanks to Austin.
6 ducks.
6 ducks.
And 2
geese.
to protect everyone. And we're getting them all as little geeslings and you know,
Goslings.
little ones. And so that way we can actually.
And 6 ducklings. Did we say ducklings? We did say ducklings.
We got a whole bunch of birds.
Yeah.
And so
they're all going to be about 1 day old, and they're coming sometime this month.
A couple weeks. And so yeah, it'll be really fun.
You'll be in charge of the camera.
So this is our 5-stall horse barn that goes out into the paddock there. But first off, I've never had a horse barn, but these doors are like the coolest doors in the world. These horse doors, I'm sure all the horse people were like, yeah, that's just normal. But I really like them. So here is the barn, and this was really disgusting. Naomi power washed the whole thing, so this is actually looking good here. But it's pretty cool just because a lot of it is kind of this old, I mean, guess normal barn wood. But to me, I think it's really cool.
Nick's got sandals on, so I'm going to go through here.
We got some horse poop.
Yep. This is where Hank the handyman is going to set up his shop right in there. Nick's dad.
Our contractor.
Our contractor who doesn't get paid. So stall number 1, we have an outdoor yard hydrant there. Stall number 2, which are all clean now. Stall number 3 and stall number 4. You can't see anything. Never mind. And
so eventually, what? So eventually, I would really love to get 2 horses, a donkey, and then we'll probably get goats. That's probably not like a dream. We will get goats. So this is going to be their home.
Stall number 5.
And this is kind of like a tack room, but it can be a stall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the extras. By the way, I wish we can get in the car, to be honest, and show you our neighbor's house. It is the coolest house of all time. So they just listed it for just under $1 million, and it looks like a $10 billion house. Like, it's the greatest log cabin of all time. But we'll show you our house. Don't think 1 million. Think fixer-upper.
Our land is better.
Our land's pretty cool.
And the wood used to build our house is way better because it has a story. It's not just a...
Yeah, and so you'll see all the wood.
cabin.
It's all reclaimed barnwood. So these beams this is the exterior and the interior of the house. And so first off, kind of a few things that we're going to be doing. We cannot stand that they covered up the wood. We're nature lovers. So we're going to be stripping, if anybody wants to help with this, we're going to be stripping all this paint off and then putting it together with a really nice, just natural finish over it.
And tell them how we're going to strip it.
What we're going to do is we're going to get a media blaster. And so we looked into a lot of different options. And the media that we're going to be using is corn cob. And so basically it's a little corn that's chopped up and it makes the best natural media blaster. And it basically just strips everything you want to strip. So it's pretty cool. Anybody has a media blaster, let us know.
We need one with a moisture separator because the corn will clump up if it has any moisture in it.
Yeah. So this is our deck. Let's just show our pond a little better.
The deck needs to be replaced.
If anybody knows how to replace a deck, you let me know.
Jody and Michelle, we are hiring you guys to replace our deck.
Yeah, seriously. And for a lot of other things.
And for a lot of other things. Here you go, you're taller.
So these, what are they? Lilac? So we're surrounded by these beautiful lilac that smells so good. So they used to have a hot tub here, and we got these awesome boulders as steps. They used to have a hot tub here. We're pretty sure we're not really hot tub people, so we're probably not going to do that. Sarah, Long Mix, you visit anytime you want.
What we are going to do is eventually French doors here, and then this from here to here is going to be decking. So we're going to extend the deck so that there's not just this kind of unused space.
Yeah.
And then you'll walk out just to a pathway down here. This fence is going to go so that we feel like our property doesn't just stop at the fence.
Yeah.
So our property goes basically to that willow tree in the background there, that big one there, and then it goes all the way over to that corner.
Someone just posted a crying sad face, so I'm not sure what that is, but maybe they want the deck here. So yeah, so this
maybe they want a hot tub.
Yeah, maybe they want the hot tub.
They want the fence.
So the cool thing about this too is we're going to be planting all natural Illinois wildflowers in there, and so it's just going to be just like really beautiful meadow that we get to look at all day. We've got a ton of just kind of unknown stuff here.
Anyone knows what these are? Please tell me, so that I can get rid of them if they're weeds. We're kind of just waiting to see if they develop into some sort of fruit or berries or I don't know.
Thanks, Matt Van Oren. Appreciate you thinking it's looking awesome. So let's go into the house. And let's
go around to the front of the house first? We haven't really showed
that.
that.
Yeah, let's go to the front of the house real quick and let's just see that. Whoa.
This way. Hey, don't go in there yet.
Sahaka's favorite thing is going in that paddock right there.
Tons of birds.
Where it's just like burr heaven. So that's one thing that we're gonna have to be watching out for him. And loving the white bark as well. Yeah, I love the birch. We got a really pretty flower tree again. And so,
yeah, this way.
So over here, I mean, we won't show you really over there, but basically it's just another paddock that we have. It's maybe another 2 acres that way. And then we have 2 driveways, which is kind of, it's kind of strange, but we got a driveway here. It just goes to a little circle driveway and goes to our front.
There's a third access too in that paddock.
Oh yeah, and then there's a third driveway in that other paddock as well.
Which is just grass.
Yeah. So we got our little round driveway here. Hey, Kelly Davis. Thanks, Chad. Poison ivy. Yep.
Lots of poison ivy.
Yeah, lots of poison ivy. So if anybody knows how to replace a deck, we got our little, let's see if, hopefully it'll hold me right now. We got a little bouncing beam.
Lord.
Yep. And yeah, pretty much just this deck needs to go. Also, we got our beautiful front door, which this was a foreclosure, by the way. And this is, so the door's like kind of open all the time. So anybody got a door they want to give us, we will appreciate that as well. So when you see inside of this room, it's really cool. And obviously, you know, we just kind of threw our stuff in there. Put another really pretty tree, and we got some pretty greenery around here in different colors. So a couple different access points here. In here first is our mud room, and this is kind of the worst room of the house. By the way, we don't really have light yet, and so yeah, this is just a mud room here. That goes to the garage. So hopefully this isn't too dark because we haven't put in lights yet.
Come on out here for a minute, bud. I gotta clean your feet before you come
Becca's just
inside.
a little dirty. So this is our kitchen, and again, we don't have lights, but basically the whole place, like we said, is really just made out of all these reclaimed beams, including the kitchen cabinets and everything like that. And so we think we really like it. We'll see as we go here, but I think I really like it. We go in here into the great room, and again, just like
what we're gonna do in the kitchen.
these awesome beams. So in the kitchen, you want to say?
Yeah. So countertops, we're thinking thick concrete countertops. I don't know if these guys will hold it, but
Dave and Kelly Davis, we will be going for you guys for that, by the way.
seriously. And then just some sort of backsplash. Thinking subway tile, I'm not sure exactly. Appliances are coming today.
Couple hours.
Yeah, a couple hours. And then, oh yeah, knocking out this wall, making it into a
Little
like
breakfast
a
bar.
peninsula bar. Stools are going to be here. Getting rid of this door, keeping the beams, and then
this
that
wall is
wall.
going to be going as well. So basically, right now it's a separate sunroom, but this is, I mean, one of the best views of the whole place, looking out to the pond and everything like that here, and going out to the deck. So we really just want to open this up so it's all part of just a big room. So you're going to be seeing that. And then all of our beams, again, they're all these awesome reclaimed beams. So we're just going to have a big reclaimed beam in the middle as well. But it honestly looks so cool. So, all right. Well, that is the sunroom. So that goes in. So basically this whole area is just this huge room, and we have a huge stone fireplace. In the kitchen, we have, we think it's a barbecue grill. And it was the research that we've done. Thanks, Kelly, with the countertops. Yeah, we need a cleaning crew. Kathy Headley, if you want to help us out, we appreciate it.
So there, what we've researched is that in the 60s it was really popular to have an indoor barbecue grill
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen, yeah. And so there used to be an insert that went in here, and it's basically you can lift it up and down, and you have charcoal underneath, and it just cooks it, and you can vary the temperature. And this is an actual chimney. It joins onto the other side.
Yeah. So this is a really cool room here. Basically, I mean, I guess this is a living room, but basically it's just the great room. So these ceilings are, I mean, they're super tall. The whole thing is just all window, and we got the biggest fireplace of all time. So basically so obviously they took the mantle, but just the mantle alone was 12 feet.
And then the actual fireplace is
So the whole fireplace
16.
is so 16-foot fireplace, which is just huge. My mom really wants that oven in the kitchen to be just a straight up pizza oven, by the way. So that was her comment. Yeah. Every American just like, yes, pizza oven. So obviously, you know, all of our stuff's just kind of all over the place, but I almost knocked down this glass. But again, all the beams are all these really cool barn reclaimed beams, and they have a lot of, Jenny Kopik, this is what I was saying. If you visited, this is like I feel like any like nature lover's dream place. So all the beams were actually used like in a barn, and they all actually have like their what are they called? Nails in there and everything like that.
So they were all made back when barn timbers were hand hewn with axes and all sorts of other hand tools. So they have all the marks, and they're not distressed in a shop. That's the way they were built. So,
yep.
Whitewashing the ceiling.
So it's just going to be a lot brighter. Whitewashing the ceiling, obviously keeping the beams, and then for the flooring, the whole place is carpet, and so we'll be getting rid of the carpet, putting in a very light hardwood. What kind of hardwood were you planning? Is it white oak?
Well, white oak was one of the options.
Yeah.
Yeah, just natural white oak. There's also a couple of kind of whitewashed styles
Wood
that we're looking at.
Yeah. So this is technically the front door here. This is the one I showed you guys outside. We got a front hall closet that we'll replace, and we'll show downstairs after we finish upstairs here. But basically this all goes, so the kitchen's on the other side over there, and this is where the main dining room is going to be. And we got, you know, just everything on the ground. And again, this wall is going to be opened up. So all of a sudden this is just looking out into the awesome view of our pond out there, which is pretty cool. So we go into the master here, and again, like, it's all these sweet beams throughout the whole place. So the master was awesome. This was, we slept here last night for the first time, and so everything's just kind of thrown around right here. But basically, this is the bed once it's up, and this is your view. And it's just surrounded by windows looking at your property. And it's like so bright during the morning. Little did we know, the sun rises right there.
Little did Nick know.
Naomi's like, yeah, I knew that from day one. So literally, like, we woke up at sunrise because it's just coming straight into us, and it's awesome. Yeah, Kelly, just wait until you see the whitewashed flooring that we actually found. It's really cool. We got the view of the awesome birch tree and then our little white tree. And then this is just really just kind of closet space here. So we got he and she little area here. Got a closet here.
Or his and hers.
His and hers as well. Got another closet here, and then another little thing here, and then we got our bath, which again, this is all going to be renovated as well.
You don't like the pink? Our shower leaks into the basement.
Yep.
So
Got to fix that as well.
fix that.
So this then goes into bedroom number 2. This is the one bedroom we don't have to do anything in, just because this is done well. But yeah, just a nice sized bedroom, you know,
It's
just
joined
a nice
into the
winds.
master, so eventually we're just gonna lock this off.
Yeah, so it's just a separate bed on its own. Yeah. But it might be a really nice nursery, to be honest, to have access there. We're not pregnant yet, though, guys.
Before everyone starts up.
So again, this is the great room here in the dining room. It leads into this hallway, and so that's that bedroom, the green bedroom. Here's another bedroom here, which is pretty big size. Probably can get a couple beds in here.
Tell us what you think. Built-in bunk beds. If people saw that Fixer Upper episode where she had like full size or queen size bunk beds, and then she had stairs in the middle, and then like each top bunk has their own window to look out on. I think that would be pretty cool.
I think it would be pretty cool too.
Because we usually have a lot of people staying over, like it's either a drought or a flood. So
Yeah. Either no one or a ton of people.
Yeah.
All of the, like, this is the exterior walls as well. And so, I mean, the whole place is just beams, which is pretty cool. And then double closets in here as well. So obviously this is a room for multiple people. And then we got our bathroom. Nothing to be done in this bathroom either. Yeah, obviously the whole thing will be redone. And then we go into
exhaust, whole house exhaust, which most people who know about them are excited about them. What you do is you just open the windows and then you turn this on, just like on low. It usually opens up. There we go. You just turn it on low and it will draw air from the windows and basically ventilate the whole house for a fraction of the cost of air conditioning, and yeah, just wonderful at night.
So Jenny, is this shiplap?
No.
So this isn't actually shiplap. This is real huge beams. So shiplap is just kind of.
You can see here, these beams are this thick.
So this is the beams, and this is what the whole house is really made of, is these huge beams. So it's not just shiplap. It's huge beams.
Yeah, this is
which
the
is put together.
exterior beam going out there. So.
Yeah.
Shiplap might be what's on the cabinets, maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe. Oh, and then also in the kitchen we got this kind of wet bar area over here, which is cool. And again with the reclaimed beams and the wood, you know, not the wood, the stone fireplace. So we go into the basement, and it's put together, you know, with these sweet, what are they called? Hand-hewn beams. And we go down, and this is we're not really sure what to do down here, to be honest. But they did this really cool, kind of like Adobe style walls, I guess, with the, you know, the interesting, the mortar bricks. So this will probably be so this is just a walkout basement. This will probably be like a pool table or something like that, some kind of hangout area. And then it's put together with, again, more beams, and this goes out directly.
Yeah, this is all getting removed. We're going to put
Yeah.
in double French doors, I guess.
Yeah. And so this goes directly out into the back as well.
Wait, you guys can vote on this. I'm thinking, well,
Jenny Kopic says we need to put more shiplap.
So I was thinking having maybe a greenhouse off of this, but we're also thinking maybe it won't get enough light. It is east facing. The other option is to have like a patio area with a pergola over top and then growing vines over it.
Which is what I think we need to do.
Nick thinks we need to do.
Not like an actual greenhouse. We'll do a greenhouse somewhere else, but I think this would be a perfect, really just kind of like a vine archway, which would be really, really cool.
Yeah. And then,
if any of you have been to Chicago Botanical Gardens, they have like a vine archway with grapes. They are the best grapes of all time. So again, this is where the pool table is going to go, or some kind of hangout area. We got another little wet bar area here. This is obviously a horse place, so they got this really cool horse kind of
complete with
thing.
Water stains.
Yeah, complete with a
leaking shower upstairs. I'm trying to find the light. I don't think.
And obviously, we'll do something about
Can you
what they're doing here.
That switch and see if that turns anything on.
We're not.
Those ones.
Those are our lights.
Yeah, we haven't quite got all the lights fixed.
Yeah, so there's a bar down here. Then we got another little area here. This will probably be like a foosball table or something like that. And then we can technically make this here into a bedroom, and there's a little wall off here, but it's not a very pretty bedroom. So we have it if we need it. And then we got, some closet spaces here that are secret hidden.
This might end up being an office or something.
Hey, Adriana. All the Leader One people are going back and forth in the comments and saying hi to each other. Tabitha likes the pergola. Thank you. And Jenny likes the French doors to a patio. All right. Dave DeRose is in the house. Hello. So this is bathroom number 3 or 4? This is,
the most functioning bathroom of all of them.
So this is the one that this will be done later on. We took out the toilet and just put it there. But something very interesting in here. So we have this. If you guys can't really see, to be honest, let me try to. Okay, perfect. I got a light. So we have this door here, or it's not a door. It's just a wall, and you open up the wall secretly into a fully functional working sauna. And so I don't know if you guys can see it in here. You probably can't, but we got our own sauna that is in pretty good. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If anybody wants to test that out, just let me know as well. And then back here, it's just more storage and all the utility stuff.
When we first came into the house, we had water backing up that drain and pretty much almost flooding our basement. So that's why everything's built.
And then just more storage back here with, in the crawl space if we really need it back there or anything like that. But that is the place. Oh, Dolans are in the house. Hello, Dolans. Yeah, secret squirrel room. And any other rooms that you guys want to see again? We'll just show you the great room again real quick. So I look at these beams and I'm like, man, that looks so cool. There's holes in all the beams. I really wonder how structurally sound that actually is. But
well, there's like 50,000 beams holding this together.
Yeah, I guess the beams are good. So anyway, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of really cool transformation with this place. Obviously, there's a lot to do, and if people do want to help, we really appreciate it. On this one, no termites actually. Yeah, we did a termite inspection. It came out perfectly clean.
There was previous borer holes just from when this was actually a barn.
Yeah.
But no current activity is what it said.
Yep, which is really cool.
Yeah.
In terms of all of the wood, in terms of its structure and integrity and everything like that, inspection came back really, really good. How many can sit in the sauna? How about you come on over and test it out, Mom? Let's see if it works first.
No.
So maybe five people can sit in that sauna or so. But yeah, this is one where we're going to take this a little bit slower, and we kind of see this as really love. And so this one, we're just going to kind of take our time on this one because we're going to be spending a lot of time in here. And so Ryan Darcy, we want to see a lightsaber wars. Nick versus Naomi. So it is May the 6th. You're one day off. how'd you get the underwriter to approve that? Yeah. So yeah, you know, this is it. Well, guys, thank you so much for checking in. We'll show you what everyone really wants to see one more time. We got our little Hakapoo. Hey, bud, say hi to everyone. So, guys, Bernese Mountain Dogs, honestly, they're like the best dogs. By the way, in this mudroom, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be doing a really cool brick flooring. Yep, and right now they have like these old ceilings, so we're going to be taking the ceilings off, making it a lot more modern. We have another bathroom here.
Getting rid of this and putting in actual, just like no door cubby things where you hang your coat and things like that.
Yeah, and then we got another closet over there.
Just a food, food pantry thing.
Not very impressive here at the end, but then we got our two-car garage back to the barn in the land. So, well, guys, thanks for watching in, and like I said, we'll be doing updates to go here, and we'll be sure to keep you updated on how it's going. One thing I want to show you real quick, actually, is a project Naomi's doing, and she is starting to grow her own veggies, asparagus, tomatoes, not tomatoes, peppermint, all sorts of herbs. What else?
These are tomatillos, which should be staked by this stage, I think.
Tomatillos, whatever that is.
These are hardening off, so this is their first day outside. Haka, go on out.
So we had like a grow lights that they've been growing inside, and this is the first day they're outside.
Cauliflower, cabbage, peppers, and inside I've got a few different herbs.
Yep. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. So the bones of the house really was incredible because it had these old, reclaimed, hand-hewn barn beams that, the whole house was built out of, and it was just so cool. But if you could see from the previous photos, they were painted instead of actually stained and properly restored. So whoever owned the house previously, there's an easy way to treat logs, and then there's a hard way that's a lot more labor intensive, but it's the much better way to go about it. And whoever was there previously, I think, just did it the easier way, and they just painted the beams to protect the beams, and it just looked so ugly. It was kind of like that old, ugly 70s brown, which might have been in style at the time they did it, I don't know. But we were really excited to strip all that and restain it with a proper log cabin sealant and stain, and that was a miserable project. That project alone took 2 years on and off. Pretty much, any free time I would have, I would be doing that project. And that project alone took so many steps just to figure out how to actually go about this. How do we strip whatever paint was there, but not destroy the beams and keep the integrity of the beams? But then from there, how do we actually do the chinking in between each individual log? And oh man, it was just such a nightmare to figure it out. I think I have some piecemeal videos here, so we'll play those right now of just kind of explaining that process. So this is the aim and the goal of what we're going for. Now, this entire thing was all painted, that old brown that you can see actually painted on our foundation right there. And we've gone through, we have stripped all the paint, we have recaulked it entirely, and stained it, and did a whole bunch of other steps. So there's a few steps involved in this, and I'm gonna walk you through that. All the steps that we've taken, and all the steps that have gone into this. What tools we've used, and one of the companies that we've relied heavily on is a company called Permachink. We highly recommend, just give them a call. They have been just so helpful and so amazing, and their customer service is incredible, and we've been using their products. This is not a paid advertisement or anything like that. It's just without them, I'm not sure how we'd be able to do this. So thank you for Permachink, and I'm gonna walk through this all. Hey guys, as you can see, I stripped a little bit of the logs, and just want to show you a real-time video of it before I go into the time lapse. But I am using the Paint Shaver Pro here, and it's incredible, as you'll see. Make sure you wear gas mask. I usually wear earplugs, play some music, but I'm not going to right now. And wear goggles, just because you'll see wood's going to be going everywhere. And there we go. Well, did not expect the camera to fall on you. Hope you saw something. But you'll see, you know, in that time I did that section there, which is about 6 feet, a little bit further than 6 feet, and you know, just a minute or two. So that's about the speed of things. Way faster than any other method that we've used. Yeah, I'll probably, I think I have some video of me, a time lapse of me spending about an hour using a sandblaster. So I'll show that. But yeah, let's get going. I'm gonna try to finish the rest of this wall. I don't think I'm gonna get to it today, but might, because I don't have too much time left in the day left. But I might be able to finish this pretty soon here. Hey guys, so besides the Paint Shaver Pro, that's the main tool we're using. The other tool that we use for certain areas that the Paint Shaver Pro can't actually get to, just for restrictions, is our angle grinder. So we use a Makita, you know, it's been really good to us. And we add an attachment onto it called a grinding disc. So if you can see here, yeah, it is very sharp, especially when you first get it. And it is also very dangerous. You know, just having, I've had leather gloves on and just barely nipped the edge and the glove flies off, and, you know, I'll get cut up and stuff like that. It can easily take off fingers, and or, you know, if you hit something, it could easily just kind of go into you. So just be careful with this, just because this is, I mean, it is, this is a extremely dangerous tool, especially when you don't have the guard on like this or anything like that. But, you know, we take it off just because we use this to get to certain areas that we can't actually get to otherwise. So, but yeah, basically this just spins around quickly, and just like sandpaper or anything like that, it just tears apart anything that's that it touches. So it is really, really great. I'm gonna take a quick little video and show you how it works. I'm using a belt sander here. And so this is the only sandpaper that I found that works. And I'll show you what it looks like, but this is the best sandpaper for sure. Every other stuff, it either breaks right away or it just doesn't work. Also, this is the belt sander that if you don't have a belt sander, I would recommend getting this one. It's the 21-inch model. I just got it at Menards, and it's been working really, really well. I believe it's the 9 or the, it probably says right here. What voltage? Or 9 amp. So the 9 amp one. I had lesser ampage belt sanders and they just wouldn't get the job done. So anyway, you can see here, hopefully in a couple hours or maybe an hour, all this will be sanded down to this, and then I'm gonna restain, and then I'm re-overcoating it. But yeah, this is what's going on. And you can even see like the comparison, that wall, this wall. Yeah, so hopefully you don't run into this issue again. I remember when I first started that whole process, I actually rented an air compressor, and I thought it was gonna take me about a week. And I thought maybe 2 weeks tops. And yeah, it took over 2 years to do that whole house. Oh man, the end project, it just looks so beautiful. But then we noticed, okay, the logs are beautiful, but first off, the windows frames, they still had that ugly 70s brown, so we painted around the wood frames. So that was all black and looked really nice and modern. And then below the logs, the actual concrete foundation was really ugly because that was painted the brown 70s color. And so what we did is we put stack stone and laid the whole foundation around the entire house with that really cool dark stack stone. And that just really made it pop a lot better and added a nice finishing touch to that. And that actually wasn't that hard of a project. It took maybe a week of just about everyday working, I would say. And that was just me doing that. And yeah, that was a not too expensive, not too labor intensive project in the grand scheme of things of all the work that we actually did that really paid off. And then the other things of the exterior that we did was obviously the landscaping around the entire property. There was a lot that we did. There was all sorts of fences that were down that we either restored or took down permanently. There was all sorts of, oh man, trees. We took well over 100 trees down that were either dead trees that were gonna fall, or there are buckthorn trees, which are just, you know, horrible invasive trees that we didn't want anyway. And then a lot of the bushes that were previously done in the landscaping around the house was just miserable and yeah, not well treated and taken care of. So we took all that out and then added new bushes and new shrubs and new flowers and all sorts of things. The majority of the house didn't really have any mulch around the certain garden beds, so they did have rocks though. So one of our good friends, we would have their kids always come over, thank you Blackwoods, and they would yeah, take the rocks out and transplant the rocks to a different part of our property, and then we would put mulch down, and wow, that was a big project in itself as well. And then changing our mailbox out to, you know, cute mailboxes that we liked, and oh man, all the side paddocks that we have, clearing all those out. And there's just so many things, just like I'm like trying to trace through all the exterior things that we actually did. And it just seemed like there was just constant work, and it was, you know, that's kind of what you sign up for when you get a hobby farm like that. And a lot of it was really fun, really enjoyable. A lot of it was miserable, but it was just so worth it when it was done. Oh yeah, the barn. So the barn was painted that old ugly 70s brown, and we had a barn party, and we had a lot of friends. Thank you everyone so much who came over. We had probably what, 25 or 30 people who came over and helped paint the entire exterior of the barn. And then the barn roof was leaking, so we had some professionals come in and put in a really cool modern barn roof, so our barn wasn't leaking anymore. And that was a lot of the exterior. Oh yeah, and then the chicken coop that was brick. It was like multicolored brick. It was really weird. So we ended up painting over the brick actually. So it was all one solid brick color, and it turned out really cool. And our chickens could live in style in a one colored brick chicken coop. It was really nice setup that we had. But that's the exterior. The interior was a completely different beast, and wow. I'm gonna walk right now just along the water edge, and yeah, there was this really cool tree branch just hanging over the water, so here I am using it as my hammock. But guys, I'm having like hot flashes, like trying to remember all of the things that we did on the interior of the house. Oh, really, the whole time we were there, it was such just like project after project after project after project, and we loved it because we're such doers, but man, it was just a lot, and a lot of time and a lot of energy. All right, so let's see. First things first, the ceiling. The ceiling was, again, all logs, which is super cool, but the previous owners, I don't know if the photos will actually show this correctly, but it was like they painted the log ceilings. They almost tried to whitewash it, but it just turned out a weird green color. It was super, super strange. So we had to repaint the ceilings, the log ceilings, just an actual white, and it brightened everything up, and the ceilings are super high. It was really cool. So yeah, that was a huge change in itself. And then when we bought it, there was, of course, no light fixtures in the entire house, so we had to add all the chandeliers and light fixtures and recessed lights and everything like that throughout every room in the house. And then some of the doors in the house, like the bedroom doors, some of them worked, some of them didn't. Some of them had like holes in them and all sorts of stuff. Same with the closet doors. So we decided we could just buy doors, which would have been nice, but we decided, okay, we have our workshop with the barn, so let's start actually making things. So we actually made all of our doors throughout the whole house, and they just came out so cool, and they were just awesome. Really cool but modern barn doors, and then barn closet doors, and that was just a really nice touch. All right, this actually isn't that comfortable, so I'm gonna keep walking. All right. So, all right, what else did we do? The floors. So all of the floors were kind of like a shag 70s carpet style. A lot of stains. Oh man, just very, very outdated. So we ripped out all the carpets. We had a bunch of friends come over and kind of had a carpet party, and yeah, thank you everyone who came to help rip out the carpets and take out all the tacks and then redo all the subflooring and then put in new hardwood floors. But yeah, the hardwood floors that we chose, they were just so beautiful. It was like that white oak Malibu style, and put them throughout the entire house, other than in the basement. So every bedroom had the white Malibu floors, and then we would put rugs in the bedrooms as well. And we found a random thrift store in Elgin that had all this restoration hardware furniture for sale. And it was all of the floor models at the restoration hardware stores. So we got all this like beautiful carpets and rugs and all sorts of amazing things from this thrift store for super inexpensive. So our whole house was pretty much decked out in restoration hardware, and yeah, we looked very glamorous with that all. And then came the kitchen. So the kitchen was huge. And one of our friends, it was actually one of our pastors, they had this huge island in their kitchen. I just thought this island is so amazing. It was a peninsula island. And I kept thinking like, I want a big peninsula island like that. So when we were redesigning our new kitchen and taking down walls and everything like that, we designed to have a center island, and then we also had a separate peninsula that was huge. And it was so funny, we finally put it in, and it was really gorgeous, quartz and like a whitewash quartz. It was just gorgeous. And when I saw my friend's peninsula island, after we had put ours in, I realized I like overdid it by double, if not triple the size of what they had. So we had this gigantic, crazy sized peninsula that was just really cool. And then of course put it in the farm sink and taking out walls around the kitchen, so the whole house just was a really beautiful free-flowing house that just flowed really, really great from room to room. And if you can tell from the photos, the whole house really revolved around this huge, massive, I believe it was 24-foot fireplace. And there was a fireplace on both sides, so we actually had a fireplace in our kitchen, which is just super cool if we wanted to keep like apple cider warm or something like that if we had parties. And then we had our huge fireplace on the other side, and we would do all sorts of worship nights and fun parties and everything like that, and that would be the fire that would always be going. But as you can see, like it's a very unique style fireplace, and we kept thinking, okay, should we just take down this fireplace and actually redo this whole thing? And in the end we decided, okay, no, let's just actually restore it. So Naomi painstakingly whitewashed every single piece of mortar on that entire fireplace. That took her forever to do that. I can't believe that she spent that much time to do it. And Naomi's very particular. She's a very, very detail oriented, amazing at those things. And so, it just came out so much better. I think we have some before and after photos. It might not look like that big of a difference in the photos, but in real life, it made such a huge difference to the point where we actually really enjoyed that fireplace and glad we kept it. Got some ducks here. Hey, ducks. You can see them there. It just reminds me of the ducks that we had. We had pet ducks, and Naomi would like always bring in like her pet geese and ducks and everything like that. And oh yeah, we had turkeys as well. Oh man, we had so many animals, and it was just a lot of fun. But guys, if you ever get pet ducks, they're the cutest little animal when you get them as goslings. They're gorgeous, and they're so fun, and they're just playful and just really, really great. When they grow up, they're so messy and dirty, especially if you put them with chickens. Guys, don't get pet ducks. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent here. It reminds me though, a lot of times we would have them in our garage, and we had to redo our entire garage as well. So redid the ceiling in the garage, redid the garage door, and then redid the electrical in there as well. Bye-bye, ducks. Speaking of electrical, we had to redo the electrical in our entire house. Man, when our electrician came in there, he said like, this is probably the worst electrical problem that I've seen almost in my entire life. So doing all the electrical. I know how to change outlets and stuff like that, but the things that he had to do, I have no clue any of that expertise. So it was really good. That was one of the few things that we actually hired professionals for. The roof, we did the roof of the house as well. So obviously we did the barn roof, but we also did, guys, I'm sorry, it's just so many flashbacks. But when we first moved in, it was like, it just happened to rain every single day that month, of course. And of course, it flooded in our house every single night when it was raining. And it wouldn't be like in one spot, it would be like everywhere. And there would just be straight up like waterfalls. So that was one of the first things we did, was do the roof. But we hired people for electricity, the roofs, and then plumbing. And then we hired people for other odds and ends, like we needed a new water heater and other things like that. All right, bathrooms. So we had 4 full bathrooms. Well, it was 3.5 full bathrooms. And we had to 100% redo all of the bathrooms. So 100% gutted jobs on the bathrooms. They came out beautiful, but man, that that was a lot of work as well. And then one of the big projects was the mudroom. Yeah, basically gutting the entire mudroom from, they had like a drop ceiling that we had to take out, put in recessed lights, and then change the entire flooring. And then we actually had to change the plumbing from where the washer and dryer was to the other side of the room because it didn't make sense of how they had that. And then of course where they had a bathroom and a closet, it didn't make sense. It was like the bathroom was like leading into the kitchen, but you would want like the pantry to lead into the kitchen and the bathroom to be next to that. So we flip-flopped those, and obviously that's a whole lot of plumbing work there as well. In the end, the whole house just flowed so nice though, so I'm so glad we did that. And then of course that actually led back outside onto our deck. Oh man, one of our friends, we had a party, I think it was a 4th of July party actually, and she basically fell through the deck. It was the saddest thing. So all the deck boards were super rotten and everything like that. So we had, of course, my dad come over and yeah, helped rebuild that entire deck. Speaking of my dad, yeah, he's like Mr. Handyman. So every house that we've lived in and apartment we lived in, he's always there and always doing a lot of the work for us, and really is the expertise behind it. Pretty much everything I know with how to fix anything is from him. So thank you so much, Dad. Oh, speaking of my dad though, my sister Lauren, who lives in the city right now, she just got a new apartment, and there was something going on with her bathroom, and she contacted her landlords, and her landlord said, "We heard your dad is really handy. Can he fix it?" She was like, "Oh." So of course he is. So thank you for who you are, Dad, and all the work that you put into us. So that wasn't very like exhaustive. It's just kind of like as it's coming to my mind. Oh yeah, the basement. So yeah, obviously, yeah, pretty much the entire basement we had to redo. There was like a basement, it was like a bar, like a wet bar type thing. So yeah, we had to redo that entire thing because I don't know what they were thinking. It was like a bright, like turquoise blue almost. So yeah, we had to replace that entire thing, and of course change the plumbing. And there was a full bathroom in the basement as well that we had to redo entirely as well, and change the venting so that the ceiling was a proper height. And oh my goodness, guys. Oh yeah, we had a sauna too. That was really cool. So all the experts who came into our house, they would see everything, and then they would see our sauna, and they would say, "That is the best built room in the entire house." So yeah, the sauna was actually really good. We didn't have to do anything with the sauna, which is great. Oh man, guys, I'm sorry, just another thing popped in my head. The front steps. And we so building the front steps, again, it was all rotten wood, so we had to take it out. So I got pavers and then made a new paver walkway and steps, and then in the back as well there was a whole patio that we built with those pavers as well. And there's just so much thinking about this all. So I won't bore you guys anymore with all the stuff that we did, but wow, it was just a lot. Maybe we'll make an exhaustive video if we can compile everything. But we did make a video on Facebook that we posted when we sold the house, so we'll play that right now, and then we'll go into the finances. Hey, Facebook friends and family. Hey, we got a big update, life update for us. Probably should have done this vertical. It's like you can see our heads, but that's that. But we are moving. So today is our last day. Our closing date's today out of our house. Our beautiful little farmhouse that, you know, I'm sure you all have seen photos of and the renovations of and all sorts of things. We have absolutely loved living here. Yeah, we close on it in about an hour.
Yeah.
So where are we going next?
Well, long-term plan is to be full-time missionaries in Madagascar.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's our ultimate goal. But we are currently waiting on some travel visas and passports for this little one, and my U.S. passport. So we are going to be doing a 3-ish month road trip.
We're hoping. Because realistically, the passports could come in tomorrow, or they could come in like 3 months. It could be longer, so hopefully not.
Yeah.
But
So basically, we can't leave the country, so we're going to tour the country.
yeah,
And
see America that we haven't seen.
yeah, make the most of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're super excited. We have a van. We're going to be traveling around and
Hit the
seeing
road.
a lot of the national parks and the beauty of America. And really excited.
So our first stop is Rocky Mountain National Park, and from there we are going up to where?
Grand Tetons and the Yellowstone
And
and
then-
Glacier, and then we're going to go all around down the west coast down to the national parks in Washington, Oregon, California, and then head across to Grand Canyon and then up into Utah with all the Red Rock National Parks up there. So
Yep.
yeah. Yep.
So yeah, if you guys have any recommendations on must-see stops that we got to do, please let us know.
Yes.
And it's kind of, you know, we have a little bit of a schedule, but it's kind of open-ended. We just want to see parts of beautiful America and hopefully visit some friends that are in those areas. And yeah, we're really, really excited. And it's kind of cool. We get to, you know, this kind of a fun vacation almost before we actually go to Madagascar. And that will be a bit of an adventure too, obviously. But we are very excited. And it's bittersweet at the same time because we absolutely do love our house and we loved living here and we loved our community, and that is sad to leave, but we are very excited. So this little one is obviously excited for some adventure. And yeah. Well, thank you everyone for keeping us in your prayers.
We love you all.
Yeah.
We'll miss you all Illinoisans.
But we'll be back. My parents are here, and we always say we'll realistically probably be back every year, if not every 2 years. So yeah. All right, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. The finances time. So was it a flip or was it a flop? It's a lot of work, so I actually don't know what it was, but we bought the house for, I believe it was $275,000. Very, very good deal for what we were getting, for the bones of everything, the property, then the location. We were in this like idyllic location. It was actually the same town that, if you guys have seen the movie Groundhog Day, that's the town that we lived in. That's Woodstock, Illinois. I think they called it something else in the movie, but yeah, it was just this adorable, incredible town. And we were only maybe 5 minutes from the town, but we were out in the country, so yeah, we wouldn't really see anybody. It was this really, really wonderful location. So for that price, we thought, wow, this is an amazing deal. And we had really thought it was gonna take us about 3 months to do all the renovations, because we had bought a house previously and we flipped that house, and that house took about 3 months of renovations. Well, this house, obviously all that, I don't know the exact numbers and the exact dates, but it was about 3 years or so that we were working on that house. We basically finished it, and it was essentially that month was when we left and sold it. So we did sell it for a profit though. So the final sale number was $550,000. So cha-ching, yeah, there was a profit, but wow, all the work that went into it and the costs and, oh man, the labor and all that kind of things, I don't know if it actually was worth it. I'm really glad we did it. Like, it was such a fun time in our lives to go through all that. The last year we were there, we had Nikita, and so that, you know, put a little damper on things. We really wanted to get everything done before she came, and there was a couple projects that we had to finish when she was first a little baby. But we loved living there. Our animals loved living there. We loved having our friends over all the time, and we would do Bible studies and worship nights there a lot. And yeah, it was just an amazing, kind of like a haven place for us to enjoy. And we miss it. You know, we really just loved our lifestyle there, and yeah, we miss our friends. We miss my family. Of course, Naomi's family's here in New Zealand, so we love being with them. But yeah, you know, we were there for a few years of our lives, and yeah, it made a big impact on our lives of who we were with and where we were pre-children, pre-Nikita. And yeah, we are very, we cherish those moments very much while we were there. So what do you guys think? Should we make a video about the other house that we had renovated and flipped? It's gonna be a lot shorter. Man, one of our next videos is gonna be about our car situation, guys. We got a new car. We love our new car so much. It's been amazing. But there's a reason we had to get a new car. And yeah, we'll be going through all of that because it's quite a story. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Hope you're having a very, very blessed day. If there's anything we can pray for you for, please leave that in the comments below or shoot us a private message. All of our private links of who we are and, you know, our Facebook pages and everything like that are in the details below. So we are very much looking forward to hear from you guys. Trying to get this bright, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.